How much money are these hotels making off of this crisis?
They're making a lot, a lot. I know one manager making $1 million. I'm just saying, they're making a lot. It's all government siphon funding. So the U.S. tax dollars is going to support the migrants, and it's doing nothing for our economy. It's actually destroying our economy. It's just destroying our safety. It's destroying our community morale. It's just bad. And they need to stop the border crisis and just stop the illegal invasion. I mean, this is ridiculous. This is our homeland. I've lived here 50 years. And this is not fair that we feel unsafe in our homeland. And our own country is not defending us. And there's nobody to protect us. The police can do nothing. They told us they can do nothing because there's no law against them. It's going to get worse and worse. And the civilians has to speak up. They got to stop believing the lies of the woke media and wake up and say something, because our own personal safety is at stake.
Who's making all the money off of this crisis?
The migrants are making fistful of money. This is what the manager of the migrant building said. They're making fistful of money. They pay no taxes. And they're shipping all the money out to their country and getting all our benefits and paying zero tax dollars. So that's the problem. They're not legal. If they were legal, they need to pay taxes.
Why do you think they try to keep it a secret from people that they're making these hotels into shelters?
I feel like they're trying to keep it a secret because they don't want others to know and like get a little jealous, but I'm getting jealous myself, and I feel like everybody should get the same treatment, and that's not unfair because we pay high rent and we should get free treatment as well. And I feel like them getting free treatment is like a little off from the citizens that was originally living here.
Who's going to be the best to solve this situation in the upcoming election between Donald Trump and Joe Biden?
My boy Donald Trump. Let's get it rolling. Yes, sir, skis.
Would you say the Bronx is for Trump?
Bronx for Trump. All the way. I'm going for Trump. Let's make America great again.
And what makes you like Donald Trump?
Donald Trump, he got this money. He give out that money. We need that check again. Hello.
Should Joe Biden start flipping the checks from the migrants to the citizens?
Hell yeah, he should start flipping that check to the citizens. We need it. We got the homeless not getting checks. We got the citizens paying high rent, not getting checks. I don't know what's going on. I might as well just turn to immigrant myself.
There's a lot of people here, homeless people who have no family, have nothing, and they're out here trying to survive. They can't even get in shelters right now because all the shelters are being taken by the migrants. I feel like we need to help New York first. And we got a whole bunch of people coming here, hundreds of people coming over here, and we're helping them, and we forgot about our own people that need help.
Let me play the devil's advocate. Are you an immigrant?
I am an immigrant. We came here in 1984, but there's a big difference because we didn't get nothing handed out to us. We didn't get nothing for free. My father paid for all our expenses, and the migrants are now getting everything for free. They're getting free a ticket to the United States. They get a free housing, free room and board, free meals, free health benefits, free EBT cards, free food stamps, whatever. And I feel like that's not fair. We have a lot of people that are working, blue-collar people, and are struggling, and we don't have nothing for free.
I'm here with Eric, who's a homeless New Yorker. I just seen him get some free food from this food giveaway truck. Eric, how do you feel about this migrant crisis?
I've been homeless for 6 years on the street. These people are getting more money than I am. They're getting more food stamps than I am. And they're in a 5-star hotel while I'm sleeping on a bench in New York City Park.
What's your message to Joe Biden and him sending all these migrants here and sticking us with us?
Close the border. Close the border. They're closing it now because the election is right around the corner. They should have done this a long time ago. But I hate to say it, Trump 2024, because that's the only man that's going to close this border.
Thank you, sir. God bless you. I hope everything works out well.
Trump has been president-elect for less than 48 hours, and things are already starting to fall into place. Stock markets are up, foreign wars look like they're going to come to an end. And now breaking news out of New York, the migrant program that provided prepaid debit and credit cards to all of the migrants is ending. Take a look.
The mayor just announced that the city will no longer issue vouchers to migrants to pay for food, ending a controversial program that had repeatedly come under attack by conservatives and others.
This pilot program in New York City, drenched in both humanity and controversy, distributed debit cards to migrant families staying in city-funded hotels and allowing them to buy their own food. Eyewitness News reporter Josh Einiger following the breaking news for us. Josh?
Bill, it's a program that, as you say, generated plenty of controversy, but now its absence may raise even more questions. The so-called Immediate Response Cards pilot program was designed to help feed migrant families who'd found themselves in New York with no way to afford food. The one-year contract provided what the city described as culturally relevant food.
Okay. Although great news, it's really funny how this news program was trying to make this sound like a bad thing. They're trying to say it was an end to humanity and that culturally relevant food would be provided to these migrant families. What does that even mean? Here's the thing. Come in the legal way, and you reap the benefits of being a U.S. citizen. Come in the illegal way, don't get things handed to you. It's pretty simple. What do you guys think about this news? Things are, to me, looking like they're shaping up. Leave a comment down below and hit the follow button so you don't miss out on anything related to politics.
Illegal migrants in New York are now protesting after the city ended their free food stamp debit card program.
Asylum seekers and activists spilling onto the street in Midtown as they protested.
So this is We the People, and this is everybody who's here illegally. Pull yourself together, man. You know, I actually agree. This is unfair. It's unfair to we the people, and it's been unfair to us, but it's also unfair to these migrants. It's unfair to us because we made our voice heard loud and clear. We didn't want our tax dollars going to fund people who were here illegally, and yet this Democratic government decided that was okay anyways, regardless of what their constituents said. And now you have these migrants who are going to be flooded on the street with now no resources. And what will they turn to then? But you know, the sadder part is we just had 2 back-to-back major hurricanes, and the only thing we could think to give our taxpayer citizens was $750. Most of them didn't even get that. Yet we were giving these migrants $350 a week to be here legally, a week to just totally divert from the process. A week, $350, and we couldn't even get $750 one-time payments to American taxpayers. Disgusting. The Democrat Party and their government, disgusting.
The city will end its controversial debit card program for migrants. Under the pilot program, migrants staying in city-funded hotels receive these cards to buy their own food and other necessities.
Illegal migrants in New York are now protesting after the city decided to end their free food stamp debit card program. The program gave migrant families $350 a week for food and supplies. This situation in New York has garnered controversy from commenters online. Commenters claimed that the $350 a week that was given to migrant families should have gone to homeless veterans, and that federal funding should be ended for all cities housing migrants.
Duh, you think? People have been saying this from the very beginning. We need to learn to take care of our own. You know, we go back to this Lady Liberty thing and give us you're tired, you're poor, and you're hungry. We got a lot of that on our own doorstep. We can't continue to take on the world's problems and not handle our own problems. We got the hungry here. We got the poor here. We got the tired here. Come on now, food insecurity in our own country, one of the most established nations in the world, and we can't even feed our own people, our own veterans. We have them homeless on the street. People who served our country. Come on, bro. And when we listen, people are going to say, oh, you know, what about all the undocumented immigrants that served? The least they can do when you're going to be here illegally, the least you could do, that's called working for room and board. But on top of that, they were giving you taxpayer money to fund you, to sponsor you. I don't want to hear that, bro. America first always. Period.
But what do you think about the situation? Do you agree with the commenters about migrants? Comment your opinion down below.
Yeah, I'll give you my opinion. We got a new border czar who's coming to town pretty shortly. And I'm so thankful it's him. Let's get to work, man. It's time to clean house. Time to drain the swamp. Time to put America first again. Oh, God.
Breaking news. Illegal migrants in New York are now protesting because New York ended their free food stamp. Asylum seekers are spilling into the streets in New York because the city have decided that they want to end the debit card program from migrants. Under the pilot program, the city issued a card to migrants for them to be able to buy things for themselves. But right now, they decided to cut it off, and migrants are angry. Illegal migrants are out there protesting. The program gave migrant families $350 a week for them to buy groceries and for them to be able to take care of themselves. This whole situation have caused controversial online because people think that the money that they are giving these families, $350 for them to be able to take care of themselves, that is not supposed to be given to them. It's supposed to be given to homeless people, people that don't have home, not illegal migrants. But what do you think about the situation? Do you agree with the commenters online that they should stop the money and give it to homeless, or they should keep on giving them the money? Your comment is waiting. Bye.
Give you 3 meals a day, a place to sleep. Like what did they give you in the shelter? What were the resources?
La comida y el cuarto, más nada.
Food, 3 meals a day?
3 comidas al día. Sí, pero yo no comía esa comida porque eso era comida congelada.
Ahí nadie se comía esa comida porque era comida congelada.
Nobody ate
Y ahí no había trabajadora social. En esos chistes de allá de Queen no hay.
There were no social workers in
Por eso
Queens
fue que
shelter.
uno salió a los 6 meses.
That's why they
nada
left.
hacíamos allá porque todo es un protocolo.
No pude sacar los papeles nunca.
No
Yo estoy
pudimos
haciendo
sacar
mis
los
trámites
papeles
por pago.
porque todo allá era de 7 a 10 de la noche.
Why do you need social workers at the shelter?
Para los papeles.
So for 6 months, were you working during those 6 months at the shelter?
Estadía en el shelter. No, they weren't. No tuve ninguna ayuda en ese shelter, en realidad ninguna. Solamente un techo donde dormir y ya, porque ni la comida.
It certainly felt odd to hear that she got no help besides a roof and food when there are homeless Americans who can't get those same resources.
Spending this money anyway. These cards are going to go to bodegas, grocery stores, supermarkets. Local businesses are going to benefit. And it's focused on baby supplies and food.
Eternally shocked. But this debit card fiasco is just another example of how Democrats and liberals do not understand the concept of incentives and disincentives. How do they miss this in life? That if you reward behavior, you get more of it. If you punish behavior, you get less of it. Do you think this is how they raise their kids? Your teenager breaks the law, and when he comes home, you give him a gift card to Nike? It doesn't make any sense in real life.